Hello. Oh, maybe not enough though. I was noticing that I've got almost 4 digits of experience again. I don't know if I want to upgrade my Spartan Rage that much, because it's only sometimes available. That's an intuitive move to have, though. Yeah. Something to have to break somebody's block is nice. These ones I already have, yeah. Alright, let's give these guys another go. Yeah, there are. Nope. 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 Got one. Oop, shit. God damn. Right, we gotta remember my moves too. Boom. Oop. Keeping all your skills straight is helpful, but entering the fight with health on your bar is way more helpful. Viking. These Seder Reavers like to use big maces when they fight. Mom always referred to them as Vikings for some reason. I guess that's the bottom of that. So something else TRF. What? No. I thought maybe I gotta hit them in the order that they show up vertically. Like that symbol, then those two symbols, and that symbol. But these are completely different symbols, the ones on the outside. What's happening around here? I'm picking up World Serpent Scales. One of Loki's children. Leipter alloy. Lightning infused metal used by the kin of Thor. Used to upgrade pommels with shock damage effects. Found in the treasure map caches. Sigil of the Axe. Increases damage of all axe throws by 60%. Stacks up to 18% max. Ooh. I didn't even realize that's what I was doing.
Here, boy.
Sir. Interesting.
What do we got here? The Grave Digger. While I throw dirt on the mangled citizens of Veithurgard, Motsognir looks upon his newly caged beast with a gleeful fervor. I curse his name. The dwarf king set the capture of trolls and dragons above the safety of his own followers. The same followers who served and revered him hunted these monsters and died, forgotten. My attempt to free the beast failed, and Motsognir's punishment was swift. I am banned from Konsungsgard, demoted to town gravedigger, a fitting end for a once proud hunter, whose prey hastened the fall of Veithurgard. And yes, I am largely giving up on pronunciation. I will spend so much time agonizing over pronunciation if I try to get it all right, because every single thing I read features like 7 different names that I'm not ready for. Just the middle of a let's play is not the time to try to figure that out. Yeah. You can't be opened from here. Ah, and there's one of the pedestals. Oh, they rotate. That changes everything. Okay. Oopsie. Judging by the shape of that, though, it's upside down, isn't it? There it is. R. As far as the world serpent we saw and why it's this giant thing in the water, which of course we referred to as, Kratos referred to as being, I can just spin this until it's right at this point. This is the,
They say, boy.
yep.
It means to believe or to have faith in. So they still had faith in their king? Even after he got so many of them killed?
It is a command to have faith despite his failures.
Cynical. And also accurate, judging by that story from earlier. But yeah, this is the Dishonored 2 thing, where if you get 3 of the digits, you can just spin the last one until it's right. Which actually, since it's one pillar at a time, that was actually true for both sides. Actually. But the left one helps show how the mechanic works, if you're trying to figure it out. Whoa, that's one of those artificial video game lighting system changes. Instead of having dynamic in-engine... Oh, they're fighting. Those transitions always trip me out. Because instead of being a dynamic lighting system where it's like, that's how the lighting naturally plays on this environment, they essentially replace one lighting system with a completely different one as you go through a door.
This isn't working?
Yeah, if you really nail it, you can make it less obvious, but it's usually obvious, even in the most AAA games. Not exactly a criticism, although it'd be preferable not to notice it.
Here, boy. Another one.
Fenrir and Sleipnir.
Skadi. Mother liked her.
No,
A great huntress.
no, it's
That's her
Skalder.
father. And all the animals she hunted.
I just defaulted
The
to.
last banner. Her father again. Both of them. In the snow.
I defaulted to Fenrir when I saw wolf, but then there's multiple wolves, and that's not Sleipnir. That's I just got distracted by the wibbly wobbly tentacly legs that we saw before. But that's just an elk. The legendary giant huntress, one of Mother's favorites. She could hunt birds, boars, deer, anything. Her father taught her how, but what happened to him? Hi there. Could you not? Whoop. Get him. Shatter that guy.
Ooh, good find.
Yeah, Odin got all freaked out about Loki and his children. He thought that hell. Weirdly enough, Sleipnir is not part of this narrative. I guess they weren't a giantess's child, so it's just another unrelated child. But he thought that Hel and Fenrir and the World Serpent would all be threats when it came time for Ragnarok. He saw them as being enemies in his vision. But his way of handling them was really strangely different from one to the other. Like strangely different. Technically, he imprisoned one, promoted another one into an important role to keep them busy, I guess, and then the other one he just kind of set free.
Father, over here.
We'll get to them later, I think, but there's more complicated stories for Hel and for Fenrir. But the World Serpent was really strangely handled, where he just was like, it's a snake. Let's just let it free. And he just released the snake into the ocean. And it just slithered away. And then it kept growing larger and larger and larger, obviously, until it became the World Serpent. It wraps around the entire Earth and the ocean. Or at least Midgard, which, you know, how much that is the Earth is, yeah. And that's why it's called the Midgard Serpent, or the World Serpent. He seems like a chill dude so far. But yeah, he's so huge in this game that he changes the water level of the ocean. Or at least Kratos called it the sea. It looked like a lake to me. I don't know. Blow him up. No. Blow him up. Yay. Ah, stop it. I said stop it.
Look at this place. Well, yeah. If the dwarf built it, they must have been impressive back when he ruled.
Why does Loki mating with various things lead to a bunch of distinctly inhuman offspring? I have no idea. It's really odd. Just in general. You are fighting me right now. I need you to calm down, dragon. I'm helping you. Oh, then maybe we're gonna fight you afterwards.
Dragons can be grateful or not.
Are you still attacking me? I'm okay, dude. I'm not holding my breath about dragons being grateful right about now. What's that? Oh, he's doing more lightning. I want to finish checking around here for stuff. Ooh. We've drained the water level around here. Ah, there's stuff down there. Genealogy in general is kind of confusing in these stories. Hello. As far as I can tell, there's a giant named Ymir that was the first living creature, essentially, back when there was barely even existence. And Ymir was both male and female, and then what happened is it had various children, and then those children had children. Ymir birthed people from their armpits, which, okay. Sure. I mean, they were gonna do it asexually one way or another because there was no one else there. So I guess armpits will have to do. So Ymir birthed a bunch of giants, and those giants also birthed some other people, one of which was Odin. That's the first most noteworthy one, is like a grandchild of Ymir as far as I can tell. Hey, we did all of them. Well, like, somehow there was a split between giants and non-giants, the Aesir, and that part's a little confusing because it's like within one generation they're a completely different species as far as I can tell. My guess is that they probably had a bunch of different stories about a bunch of different legends and characters and heroes and gods that they came up with, and then they kind of had to retcon them all into a shared universe. So it's like, those characters relate to that character, and they just kind of just pasted them together. And that's why somehow gods that are not giants are one generation removed from actual giants, but also somehow Loki, who is bred, it was like one of his parents was a giant and one was an Aesir, then gives birth to like creatures, and it's just like genealogy doesn't exist in this universe the same way that we're aware of it, because our understanding of genealogy came much later than these stories came from. That's my understanding, at least. That's my guess with a lot of the stuff.
The Dwarf King made his subjects hunt dragons and other monsters for him? Some king, huh?
The hunt for death. We baited the beast with a stuck fawn. Her cries echoed on the morning breeze. It did not take long for death's hammer to approach. The smell of burnt grass, the bleeding of the dying fawn, the fear of imminent death. Many could not hold their breakfast. When it stepped into the clearing, our attack was swift. The vanguard died instantly, burned to ash. No time to react. The hunt continued as we led the enraged troll to the Lake of Nine. There we subdued it, but not before losing 30 more men. Upon our return, King Motsognir proclaimed a week of celebration. The festivities were sparsely attended, though not for lack of pride in the victory. The population of Ithergard had just been reduced by a quarter. I fear the sad irony was lost on the dwarf. Berthold. Hey guys. You seem interested in these ruins. Also, were you underwater a minute ago? Because I just made this place not underwater, like, just now. I'm curious about that. Excuse me. Aw. He doesn't want to open for me. Hi. Yeah, stop it. You wanna come up here? You wanna come up here? Oh, I fell. Embarrassing. Good time to have that guard break spell. Coming in handy. So yeah, when this universe comes up with explanations of who is whose son and daughter and how genealogy works, it's mostly just a big old heaping pile of take my word for it. Oh.
You may want to see this. Looks like that lever over there will free him.
He will attack.
I know, but it feels wrong to keep something caged like this.
Your emotions again, boy. Ignore them and ready yourself.
Okay.
Another giant. This one caged. It feels wrong to keep him caged like this, so let's murder him. Gives me access to a heal I might need during the fight. We have a boar up here. It was definitely a big deal when we met Brock, and he was like, "Yo, I worked on that axe you're using right there." Yeah, he didn't just work on this axe; he worked on Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, which explains some of this behavior right now that I've got, where we have this Mjolnir-like behavior with my axe. Like, dude made the same one. Although, if you go by the story that I'm reading, it does seem that his brother has all the talent. And he himself is more of a facilitator and a merchant. Like, if we're talking about the Stamatin brothers from Pathologic, then the one we're talking to right now, that's our merchant friend. He's the one that runs the bar. He's not the one that actually comes up with all the cool blueprints for all the crazy buildings. Alright, I think that's all we're gonna see here. Dottie Hamar. Hey. His name's actually Hamar. Oh. Okay, those aren't attached. Okay, those pillars are not attached to the ceiling. So I guess it's not that big of a deal. I am on fire and it hurts. Well, that didn't do a lot of damage. Oh, shit. Not exactly one to go down easy, is he? Wow, the fire damage is really fucking me up. Am I forgetting like a skill, or what is my... I'm trying to remember my... these are my cooldowns. What else did I have equipped? Is it just that? Increasing the timing window on parries greatly increases defense when blocking. I might want to go back to the one that lets me heal. I'm freaking dying here, and I don't have ways of recovering my health. I'm trying to do some ice damage here and there with my abilities. Oh, he regenerates over time. I don't really want to be in melee range with him that much, considering he seems to do a lot of damage by he just stomps with AoE fire around himself, which makes him a bit hard to fight in melee. Wait, yeah, he stacks up that burn stat fast. We're getting there. Gotta be patient. There we go. He's very colorful.
Your skill is improving. You fought well, Atreus.
Thank you, Father.
It's a good thing we didn't keep him caged. That would have been cruel. Dowdy Hammer. We found Hammer trapped in a cage in Vithagard. The dwarf king had managed to capture him somehow. Why was he in this cage? We could have just let him rot down there, but even for a troll, that felt too cruel. Look at all this shit. Vivarium Keystone, World Serpent Scale Fragment. Healing. Horn of Heimdall. Unleash a powerful attack that inflicts stun damage and knocks back nearby enemies. Also has a passive effect that reduces this talisman's cooldown on successful blocks and parries. We're stacking up on money. Yeah, 12 grand right now. Ooh. I've got about 3,000 experience right now. Neat. There's the frost explosion. A leaping sprint attack. Ah, there's the combo. That's the Shadow of Mordor and Batman combo, where the longer you go with that, if you keep your combo going without taking hits, suddenly you're getting stronger. This one seems neat. I do kind of want to see that happening. Yeah. An R1 counter after a successful deflection. Does firing rate just means that he can spend his 3 arrows faster, or that it regenerates faster? I'm not sure if I really care about his firing rate, if it's just how fast he shoots his arrows. I want it to regenerate faster. That means more arrows. Was that all that was back here? It was just one little healing item? Ah, that's what we got from the fight. Light runic attack. A powerful axe throw that plows through any enemies in its path. Leviathan's Wake. Hell's Touch. It's a longer cooldown, but has more frost and a lot more damage. The all-around higher stats might be worth it. But otherwise, we can upgrade the ability itself, because you can also spend experience here. That's what that... Yeah, right. Okay, so that's what the orange icons mean. So right now, this thing has Hell's Touch starts off with 1 damage, 0 frost, 0 stun. And then if you upgrade it, it gets 2 stun, and then if you upgrade it again, it gets 1 damage, 1 stun. Whereas Leviathan's Wake, like that's 2 points and then 2 points for its upgrade too, while only starting with 1 point. This thing starts with 4 points, then gains 3 points with the first level and 2 points the second level, so it's also more upgradable. But it's an aimed ability, so it's not, it doesn't have the kind of coverage that the other one had. It plows through a crowd in a cool way. Probably would have been more effective in that last fight I was just doing, though, to do some serious damage to that guy, instead of what I was doing with my little AoE. Look at that go.
Fresh air feels good.
I'm sure that'll go well. Alright, back to the start. Don't see much else around there. Ah. Hi. I'm sure this will go well.